Fukase was released on January 28th, 2016 by a company called Tokyo Fantasy. He was released during the V4 era, and he is voiced by someone of a similar name, Fukase. Now, there's a lot of notable things about his design. My favorite point, though, is, well, of course, the character named Point. This is his little bestie, almost like a character item, except it's alive. It's kind of like Luca's squid head, you know? So Point is this little blob-like character that is often seen alongside Fukase, and you can see him in tons of art. Now, Fukase got his appearance via a contest, with the winner being the artist Mikuma. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. His overall appearance is mostly comprised of red and white, with half of his face and body being sort of decomposed and misfigured. Now, he does have an English voice bank, and he has 87 songs and 4 albums as stated by the wiki, although there's probably more out there. Now, onto the fandom side of things. Aside from his bestie Point, Fukase can also be seen alongside vflower or flower, along with Oliver, the British voice bank, which I always thought was kind of fascinating. I think that's because they are two of the younger aged characters. He is also heavily seen alongside Len, and it is one of the most popular ships for Fukase, aside from, I'm pretty sure, vflower. Now, he is most heavily seen along the group that I like to deem quote-unquote the boys. Yes, I know vflower is not a boy, whatever. This is just what I call their silly little group. This group mostly comprises of Pico, Oliver, vflower, and Fukase. I think this group is adorable and super cute, and you can mostly see them in a lot of MMDs. There's also a lot of music videos that have the group together. My favorites that you can find this group together in are a channel by this name here, I will place right here. Sadly, they don't like you to repost things, so here is just like a screenshot of their channel, but I highly recommend checking them out if you like Fukase or if you want to learn more about the boys, because they have a lot of content about that. So why is Fukase not that popular? Among the gazillions of Vocaloids we have, he is popular to some degree, but when you think about, of course, the Kakamina twins and Miku and Len and blah 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 blah, all of them, he is somewhat forgotten. And why I think that is because to use Fukase's voice bank, you have to get special permission to use it. This means you cannot use it without having the permission of the company, which I think for a lot of people and producers that are just trying to have a little bit of fun, that might be seen as too much of a restriction, or they might not get the sort of final result they want with those guidelines. So I think that is why we don't see Fukase used as much. His voice bank does also have a very interesting sound, I want to say. I'm not going to say it's an ugly voice bank. I don't think there really is an ugly voice bank. But it is definitely more robotic, and I think a lot of producers don't like the more robotic sound, which is why we don't hear Fukase used in more music. And so that is a short history on Fukase. There isn't too much to say about his character, so I am sorry that this video is shorter, although I feel like all of the videos in this new series I'm working on are going to be about 5 minutes. So far I've done Gakupo and Miki. I'm hoping to get to Yaoane and Neru next, but I'm not sure exactly which one I want to do next. If you have any information about Yaoane or about Neru, please put it in the comments, because I am somewhat new to the Vocaloid community, and so I don't know everything that there is to know about Vocaloid, and I'd love to hear what you guys have about some sort of, you know, obscure or unknown facts about those two. Anyway, let me know in the comments your thoughts on Fukase. I personally think he's a fascinating Vocaloid. He's not one of my favorites, but I do think he's very interesting. So I'd love to hear your comments below. Oh, and just before I forget, all of the artist's art that is in this video will be in my description. Anyway, have a lovely day, and I will see you next time. Bye!